Hello and welcome to the NX Next Level sponsored Daytona 50 the other night from Daytona International Speedway. I'm your host, Guido Ecclestone, and we're just going to get this thing going. And we had Race Boy and a couple other guys show up here, Prophet and Madman, and just to name a few, and we'll go down through the field here at Daytona. This is kind of like a Monday morning armchair quarterback, what you call it. And so we're just going to run through the field here real quick. We'll get this thing going here. And again, it was Race Boy capturing the pole a couple seconds faster than the field. Him and his team found some extra horsepower, and we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. So as we go back through the field here, and we'll look at the P2 car, which was IR Madman, qualified second. And we'll take a look at his car for a minute here with his Daytona, for Daytona, and we'll stop it right there real quick if we can, and we'll show you guys about right where we were, putting this race on, if we will. We'll just kind of come right over here. And if you look right over here, let me get right over here past the grandstand. There's some right out of International Horseshoe, turn 3 and 4 there, right by that building there. We were broadcasting the race and from the track, and so that's about right where we were, right in that area there, and watching the action, if you will, from there. So we'll go back here to Madman P2 here, and get back in his car, if you will. And we will continue this on here. So again, Madman qualified second for the race. And then we'll go back here to the P3 qualifier, Kinetic Prophet. Also in his Dodge Daytona. The Dodge Daytonas were just out horsepowered by Race Boy in the 70s Camaro by several hundred horsepower. We're not sure how all that went down, but that's how it went down. So here we go back to P4 and Spidey Urchin. As we go around this hot lap, getting these guys warmed up, and we go back here to P4 with Spidey Urchin P4. I believe that it's actually Call Me Dirty is going to be starting in P4, but it took them a while for these guys to get together. So again, we'll go to the 5th place. Smaces had a good qualifying run. I don't know why we're floating, but that's okay. That's sim racing for you. So we'll go back to Hot Rod, who started out in 8th in his Mustang. Again, Smace is in his Austin Martin as they get in position here. We go back to 9th, Austin. From down under, running his Daytona also. Qualified in 11th. FMF Big in 12th. We'll ride for him for second. As everybody comes down through the chicane. And that's him. FMF had a great run. Ended up 4th here. Had a great run from way back in the pack. So we go back to 13th Camaro Guy. And Camaro Guy had a great run. And his red Mustang was really battling. Started 13th. 14th Zombie. FM Zombie was in 14th. Had trouble early on, had to retire. We'll bring that to you here in just a second. And we get here, back here with the camera car, if you will. And so we'll get ready to show you guys the start here. As Race Boy will bring them off of NASCAR 4 and head these guys down the back straightaway, and then you can see them coming here as they gather up. They didn't really have too good of a formation grid. It was we were really scatterbrained at this point right here, trying to get this race started from Daytona. So we actually did it. These guys did it, and here comes Race Boy as he brings them down, and they get a good start. Everybody runs pretty good. Get through down to turn 1, and we will go with Race Boy right now as we watch him bring them down into turn 1. And it's Race Boy into turn 1, followed by Prophet. Gets past Madman, and it's It's Race Boy, Prophet, Madman, and then we got Dirty in fourth, followed by Smaces, and the Aston Martin gets a good start. Had trouble back at turn one, and if we can just, we'll just keep going here. We got Dirty fourth, Smaces fifth. Camaro guy sixth, seventh, Stroker Ace as we go back to the seventh place car. Stroker Ace in his Mustang, seventh, eighth, Spidey, ninth, Noisium, 10th, Zeno, 11th, Hot Rod. Sorry, 11th, Hot Rod. I have a problem with my Master, 13th, Zombie, 14th, and FMF Big, 15th. Zeno in there in 12th, I believe. So we go back to the front as Race Boy, and we're going to stop it here for just a second. I'm going to stop it here for just a second. I'm going to back this thing up for you guys just for a second here as we watch Race Boy here bring him off up onto the high banks. We'll stop it right there. Now, as you can see, everybody's pretty much made it through that first lap evenly. These top five guys, Maces was hanging with them. But you'll watch here is where the race changes, and it's pretty much won at this point right here by Race Boy. He's, I'm going to put the telemetry on too, so you guys can see what he's working with. He's in fourth gear, and he's got 725 horsepower right now, but that's going to go to 1,000 here real quick as we roll this thing. And you can watch him right now just explode from the field. I mean, just look at how he leaves the field there. And I mean, that's 1,000 horsepower. And it turns out he's only shifting twice. If you watch, he goes to fourth. If you look at the gear up there, and he doesn't change, he doesn't come down. So he's got a 2-speed power glide somehow, and 1,000 horsepower in Class A, and that's sim racing for you. It's the more you know, the faster you go. I mean, that's just it. So 2, 3, and 4 again. That's Prophet, Madman, and Dirty. As we go back and we complete lap 1, we'll go to Kinetic Prophet. We'll ride with him for just a minute as he brings him into turn 1. Kinetic Prophet had a great run. Unfortunately, got dashboarded, and we'll bring you that soon as we come on our second lap. As you can see, Race Boy will keep his lead now, pretty safe. So we're going to go to on the second lap. Zombie has some trouble, so in a little while we'll see what happened to him. But for now, we'll go back here to, well, as you can see, we'll go back here to third place, Madman, as they come through, get out of the International Horseshoe and come down through the little kink in the infield, if you will. Madman, followed by Dirty, followed by Smaces. As we go back to Smaces in fifth, or sorry, sixth. No, who's in fifth? Sorry, Camaro guy fifth. I apologize. We'll go back there to him. Camaro guy in fifth, followed by Smaces there in the yellow Aston Martin, as they'll bring it up on the banks to bring it down the back straightaway. We come out of NASCAR 1 and up on the high banks there. So again, you got Smaces. I'm sorry, Camaro guy fifth, Smaces sixth, seventh, Stroker Ace. We'll go back to his Mustang as we're working our second lap. And it's Stroker Ace followed by Spidey in his Ferrari, followed by Noisium in his Noisium having an okay run there in his Mercedes. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Zombie here as he works his second lap, coming out of turn 1 here, up onto NASCAR 1 there in the high banks. As he works his second lap, Race Boy still out in front. Kinetic Prophet second, Madman third, Dirty fourth, Camaro guy fifth, Spidey sixth, and I believe Zombie has some trouble here at the chicane. I want to say he dashboards right there. So again, he dashboards there. We'll go back, and I believe here comes Smaces. He'll be working his third lap. Smaces, followed by Stroker, followed by Spidey, followed by Noisium, followed by Master Gibbs 10th. As we go back to Master Gibbs now. Had a good run in his red Daytona. As we'll go back to the first place now, Race Boy on his third lap. As he works the infield. And again, we'll go ahead and ride with him for a second here and see just how he's doing this power glide situation. And we'll crank it up a minute as he comes down the back stretch of his third lap. And that's just a solid acceleration in fourth gear from, I'd say, 100 to 190 in one gear. It looks like to me. Hats off to Race Boy. Somehow he's working 70 miles an hour in the same gear up to, let's see what he does here, 180, 90 before he shifts to fifth gear. And then he'll have a top speed of 210 as he works on his fourth lap. Okay, we'll go back. Now, turn that down a little bit here. And he'll continue his run. As we go back now, we'll take a look again at, oh, sorry guys. We'll take it again and we'll take a look at Kinetic Profit as we work lap 4. And again, we got Profit in second. Had a great run. He was just solidified in second place there and was having a good run. And went all the way to the 9th lap, actually, and we'll get to that. But, valiant effort. You know, you can see he's got 700 horsepower versus 1,000. It's not going to win races, you know, no matter how good you are. So we'll go back to third place. Madman has a great run. Madman made the mistake of having damage on in this race, and you'll see what happens there in a little while to him. And that was a mistake. But one of those things, one of those settings that you didn't know you didn't have on there, and hit the wall and couldn't race anymore. So we'll watch that happen here in a minute. As he's working on lap 4. Call Me Dirty, still in fourth place, also having a good run. We go back to Camaro Guy, fifth place, also having a good run. Camaro Guy with the Mustang having a great run. Smaces with the Aston Martin also having a great run. You see these guys are just about having even races from second to sixth. And you got Stroker Ace in his Mustang. He had a good run too. It was really had to battle hard. And Hot Rods to Hell in his black Mustang was wheeling that thing all over Daytona road course. And Noisium had a good run. Noisium had gotten that big wreck in the beginning of the race. As you can see, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th here all bunched together. As we walk, we'll get here and watch them. Watch them all coming across the line here as they work on lap 5. And that looks like that is Stroker Ace. He's followed by Hot Rod. A couple of guys there, the back of the pack coming across. There's Aussie. Zeno in the back. I think we got Zeno back here still. Yep, you can see Zeno on the high banks back here. Just making his way. All these guys working on lap 5 now. And here comes Zeno. We haven't talked about Zeno. He was running his BMW, and he's with Next Level Sponsors, and they helped put this race on from Daytona. So again, there he goes in his Beamer. So now we'll go back and check out with. We'll get back here with Race Boy and see where he's at on his lap 5 here.